Hey guys, stick until the end of the video as I'm going to show you a tutorial of a fancy way to enter into a wrist mount. How is it going, guys? Today I want to bring a yo-yo review. This is something that I don't do very much, but this yo-yo really impressed me. As a disclaimer, I have paid for this yo-yo, so this is not a sponsored review. The yo-yo in question is the YoyoRecreation Monotone, and I'm going to talk about what I liked on this yo-yo, what I didn't like or I like less on this yo-yo. So let's just start off with the unboxing experience. Another disclaimer, I have played with this yo-yo for 2 weeks now, so I have built a solid idea of how this yo-yo plays. The box is just a simple paper box. Inside we find the monotone, and we find also a white string. This is the string that came with the yo-yo, so I didn't play with the string included in the box, but today I will play with it. There's nothing more in the box. Honestly, I expected something more as far as what I found in the box. Maybe a spare pair of pads or a spare bearing. For the price, I just expected more, but that's okay. I've chosen the black colorway. There is also gray, let's say clear colorway. Yoyo is really cool as far as appearance. It has this kind of an organic shape, so it's performance focused. This is the monometal version of the Tone, which is a bimetal yo-yo, Tony Seth's signature yo-yo. It's almost an organic throw, but this tone of rim weight, it's actually quite powerful. Also, it features a weight of 67.5 grams, so you can imagine that this is going to be a power beast. The diameter is 56 millimeters, the width is 44.6 millimeters, and the gap width is 4.52 millimeters. So as far as these three dimension goes, this is more on the standard size. Material is 6061 aluminum. It has only one engraving right here, which says monotone, and it says YoyoRecreation. Just to analyze the shape a little bit, we have this organic curve with this step in the middle. It has a polish finished next to the bearing seat. This is something that also Shuriken does, and this prevents drag on the string. The rim is a little recessed in, so the rim weight is not on the very edge of the rim, but slightly recessed into, but it is a good bunch of rim weight here. Also, the center cap is a button style center cap and is a bit convex. I have to say one thing, I have swapped the bearing that came with the yo-yo because it was really annoying me. It was making a loud noise and it wasn't spinning very good, so I have replaced it with one of these Chinese U bearing, which are pretty good from my opinion. As you can see, the pads are clear. There are some air bubble into the pads, as you can see, which I can move around. And yeah, this is another thing that I didn't really like. In this case, I don't know if there is some maybe grease or oil under the pads. It's not sticking out, but yeah, there is definitely some air into the pads. This is something that I don't like to see in a yo-yo, but this doesn't affect the playability as much. So let's go and see how it actually plays. So the first thing I have to say is that this string is a little bit too soft for this yo-yo. So as you can see, it snags here when I add some layer of string, so I have swapped it for a normal string. In general, I found that this yo-yo plays better with a normal thickness string than with a fat string. The general feel of this yo-yo is powerful and stable, although it does not play as heavy as you would imagine watching its specs, and I think this is because a lot of the weight is on the center cap instead of on the rim. However, it really has a lot of rim stability and rim weight given by the amount of material present on the rim. I've tested some dangerous trick in which I use some slack into the gap, and the yo-yo didn't snag with this string, but I have to report that this was snagging with the white string. As far as regeneration, this yo-yo doesn't have high walls, but still the organic shape helps a lot in keeping the yo-yo stable in the regenerations. For the same reason, this is really good at rejections. The organic shapes drag the string outwards, so the rejections are quite easy with this one. The finish on this yo-yo is quite rough, so the grinds will not spin very long. Tech tricks are quite easy with this one to hit because the width is pretty standard on this yo-yo. I also try to put as many layers of string as I can into the gap of the yo-yo, and there were no snag with a normal string. Despite its 67 grams, the yo-yo is quite floaty. The general feeling is that the yo-yo wants to change direction, and it will do whatever you want him to do without ever losing his spinning plane. So it's very stable, but it is not a break on the string. And it is actually one of my favorite yo-yo to play nowadays. So as promised, here you go. The tutorial I want to show you today with the monotone is this. Super quick, super easy. You want to go into a trapeze on your whole non-throw end, and then double on but missing the string, so you're basically still in a trapeze. Like this. Then you want to insert your throw end index finger into the loop and intercept this top string with the yo-yo, rolling it clockwise. Then you want to take your non-throw end thumb and stick it here under the whole mount to intercept this rightmost string and land the yo-yo into that very string. Here you go, like that. From here you want to stick your whole non-throw end into the mount so that the knot on your yoyo finger is in front of the whole mount. And then with your hand, with your throw end, you want to underpass the yo-yo and land on the same string where the yo-yo is on right now, like this. From here you're already into a wrist mount, but if you want, with your thumb, you can do some flourish like that. So just take this opposite string, place it under the yo-yo, come back, and you are into a wrist mount. From here you can do all the stuff you want, all the stuff you can do from a wrist mount, or you can just dismount, and the fastest way to dismount from a wrist mount is this one. Take your non-throw index finger, place it against this rightmost string and underpass the yo-yo. Curl your throw end counterclockwise a bit, like that, so inwards, and land the yo-yo onto this center string, pivoting it with your non-throw end index finger like this. Basically you're rejecting this string from the yo-yo, and if you let go, you are into a trapeze. I hope that you found this video interesting and useful. Sorry for the audio if it was not the top tier audio, but I had to use 3 different microphones, so yeah. Hope you enjoy. I am Diego B. Thanks for having spent a bit of time with me today. So long.